was really tentative about coming by myself because I was afraid. I'm actually very introverted, although you never know that, but so I came on the trip by myself, and I just wanted to say I've met a lot of people that I really care about. I've got one friend Betty, who I know we're going to be longtime friends, and I never had one moment where I felt insecure, which is what I feel like often in my home, in my own place. I feel insecure, I feel not wanted and not welcome. And I didn't ever feel that one time here, and I'm so glad that I came, and I would do it again all by myself. And I love all you guys, it's been so much fun.
So Kathy, what's on your mind?
Okay, actually, it's not about this cruise. It's about a cruise a couple of years ago. I was scheduled to cruise on the Valentine's Day cruise in 2015. And we were all excited, we were all packed, and I was on my way to get my last minute manicure so I would wow everybody. And I got a phone call that my little sister didn't wake up that day. And so I got to go to Nebraska instead of the Caribbean. And about 6 weeks ago, I was telling my husband that I was looking forward to someday doing another cruise, and this one was already booked up, and he said, just call somebody and see if they have a wait list. And so I called Sherry, and while I was on the phone with Sherry, she texted Michael, and there was room for me. So, and it's Nora that got me back into doing craft things. She made the most god-awful, ugly necklaces. But she had so much fun doing it, and the joy that she got out of her creativity encouraged my own creativity. And I remembered my mother teaching me how to crochet when I was a little girl. And I went to a class at Joann's and picked it back up, right up. And it's because of Nora that I'm here today. So thanks for being such a great group.
So are you creating god ugly necklaces now?
Well, not necessarily necklaces, but every time I make something ugly, I think of her. and she would appreciate that very much. Well, what's funny is I'm Irish, and so of course I've got this bad things might happen at any time. And I've got several remaining brothers and sisters, and this last week I was really worried that somebody was going to call. And somebody else was going to try to ruin my vacation plans, but guess not.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing. Here we go. And we got Tammy.
Hi. Okay. Go back to July 11th, 2015. Family reunion. Everybody's having fun. There's a zip line. Homemade zip line. You hang on, you swing over, you fall into the pond, and it was great fun the first time. The second time, I fell from approximately 20 feet. I broke both my legs. I fractured vertebrae in my back, broke my wrist, and dislocated my elbow. My left ankle was so severely broken that my foot was laying beside my leg. So I'm plated, pinned, bolted. I call it Frankenfoot because it's so scarred and it's just gnarly. But I started to crochet while I was healing, and the yarn actually saved my life because there were days I didn't think I was going to walk or be able to play or travel. And my husband said at Christmas, Merry Christmas, you're going on a cruise. He said, I want to get walking. So since March, when I got out of the wheelchair, I've been trying so hard. And I'm here.
Wonderful. Yarn does save lives. It's very much therapy.
Yep, it is. And our house is covered with afternoon scarves. And thankfully I do craft shows, so they sell.
Thank you for sharing, Kim. Anybody? Anybody else would like to share? Well, we have Pam.
Go on up there. Well, wait for Tammy.
Pam's the return cruiser.
Yes, I am. This is my third one, and I'm so happy to be here. I don't normally share my feelings out, but I learned to crochet from my grandmother. I used to sit and pull her yarn for her, and I'd watch her. I only knew about 2 or 3 stitches until I found mine. And ever since I've been doing this, it's been awesome. I've learned a lot of new stitches. I've got thousands of friends now through Facebook, through here at the cruises, and I can't thank you enough for being my friends. Thank you.
Thank you. Would you like this? Or you'd like this? Okay. So Holly would like. You want to try? I will pick up. You know what? On a crochet cruise, but surrounded by community, we don't leave anybody behind. That's our rule here. Okay. So in this room, just take a moment and look around. These people have your back. Never forget that.
Yes.
Okay. So we're gonna try to share.
I just want to thank everybody for accepting me. Because I don't get that where I go. Because of what I don't get to go out very much because I'm embarrassed to. Because I don't have any hair. So thank everybody for just accepting me for who I am and not for what I look like. Aww, you're beautiful. Thank you. You're beautiful.
Holly was sharing with me before she came on the cruise because of that, because of the community of a year and a half of, and this was Jeannie's idea of pulling you all together every time your reservation was accepted. She came to the ship with the understanding she would be accepted, and she came to the understanding that she could actually not have to wear her wig every day. Because of you, because of the communications online, you made a difference, and never forget that.
I am by myself. I was at first. My roommate decided in May that she wasn't going to join us, so I am by myself in the room. But because of this, the group of the Moose on the Loose, I met a whole group of ladies in St. Charles County. And Lynn, I don't know where she's sitting, but she answered I kept sending people requests to let them know that I was from St. Charles and I'd really like to meet somebody so I didn't feel like such a stranger. My father was in the Air Force, my husband was in the Navy, so I have been a stranger to a lot of people, and so it was nice to have 4 ladies. I almost didn't come because my husband passed on the 26th of June. So this has really been fun. I almost didn't come, but I'm really glad I did because now I have some memories. And the other day I bought a ring and I told my husband, thank you.
And you've been surrounded by friends?
Yes, yes, a lot of friends. We've had a lot of friends.
Any crazy ones in the audience?
Don't you tell. What happens on Crochet Cruise stays on.
Lori's referring to herself. Thank you for coming, Sue. Thank you. Oh, yeah. And we have Debbie in the house.
If I can get through this. This cruise brought my sister and I back together. We've been planning this for a year and a half, ever since you posted the cruise. I looked at my husband and asked him if he wanted to go, and then the phone rings and it's my sister. And she says, do you want to go? And I said, then I looked at my husband and I said, you're staying home and going with my sister. For a year and a half, I have a 45-minute commute to work every day. And she calls me or I call her, and we have talked for a year and a half, back and forth as I go to work. And we have talked about this cruise, we planned it, and to spend this week with her has been amazing. We have, and it's our fault, I mean, we've let the miles get between us. And that has been a promise we have made each other that we're not gonna let that happen again. And she's the one who introduced me to this group. And I am so happy I found it because it has made a world of difference. So that's
Wonderful.
I didn't know that I was going to come up here and actually do any of this, so I just wanted to say that this trip for me has been how to actually learn, well, actually kind of how to get back into the swing of life. I lost my dad in 2012, and prior to that, I have seriously struggled with a lot of fears, phobias. I didn't want to go out of the house. I would stay in the house, and I found him, this young man, and when my dad had passed away, I didn't know how I was going to get back into life and stuff, and I came across him and things like that, and I just started to go with things, and here I am. And once this trip came up, I said, I have to do something. So I put all the fears and phobias just to the side, and I'm here.
Yeah. And you're here. So this is Kendall.
Okay, I was supposed to come to this cruise with my friend Teresa Briggs, and we've been planning it. We even made coats alike. She moved to Nashville, Georgia, and then she contracted breast cancer. So we thought we would change the chemo treatments until after, but she had to start right away. So my cousin jumped on and said she would come with me, which has been great. So Teresa's going through chemo right now, but I'd like for everyone just to say, get well, Teresa, because she's more talkative and more excitable than I am.
She must have to pull her out of the clouds.
She's the kind that at our crochet guild meeting, if she goes to bingo and wins, she feeds the whole group. And I don't mean potato chips and we're talking about turkey sliders, tuna, everything she could think of, iced tea, the whole thing. So I've been picking up mementos for her to send to her when I get back to California. And I just feel like everybody needs to stay, get well, Teresa and Todd.
Wonderful. Thank you. Tina actually brought 17 people with her on this cruise. And I think 8 of them are in this room. 6. Okay, just stand over here. Okay, here you go. I'm gonna hold your mic for you.
Okay, we're from Louisville, Kentucky, and we have truly enjoyed this trip. But we're here on behalf of Veronica. Go ahead, Veronica. She had just lost her husband.
My husband was going to go on this trip with us, and he suddenly passed away of a massive heart attack. So I'm going to tell you, if I could have gotten my money back, I think I would have stayed home. But they talked me into coming, and I'm so glad I did. But you guys, I miss him so much, and I wish he was here. But they told me he would have wanted me to come, so this has been really nice, so thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Isn't it amazing how a piece of yarn can just bring us all together? And we have third time in a row, these riff and raff. Always a good time.
Hi, I'm Sherry Lynn, and this is my best friend Vicki, and we've been best friends for 32 years. And we've been through hell and high water with divorces, marriages, children graduating, children in trouble, children just being children. We've shared a lot of memories together, and whenever we crochet together, I always think about, while I was traveling the world in the military and she was crocheting, I was like, oh, that's for old people. I don't do that because that's for old people. I will never do that, ever. You will never see me with a crochet hook. Well, that's right, never say never. But I can honestly say that even though we've been best friends forever, these Crochet Cruises and just the art of crocheting has brought us together even more. And not only do I crochet, but I spin and I weave and I'm learning to knit and I do rug hooking, and I just because of a little piece of yarn when I got old has brought us together, and I appreciate the time that we've been able to spend on Crochet Cruises because I've gotten to know many of you and have we're friends on Facebook, and it's just a great community. And Mikey, thank you for bringing everyone together. And thank you.
Wow. Good.
I'm good.
So classic.
It mends people physically and emotionally. It brings people together. And we've all seen that meme that says, I make things with strings. What is your superpower? This is our superpower. And this is because of you.
Thank you. Thank you. Finally sharing those stories across. And this is Shannon. I've been getting her name all wrong except for today.
My husband gave me this as a gift. Our son turns 1 today. And I went through a terrible postpartum depression, and I almost committed suicide. So this has been my therapy. And all my hurt and my pain and my sorrow has gone into the things that I've been working on. So it's just, even though you don't know it, you've been my support group.
We're glad you came.
We all know it's just because of Walter.
It's because of Walter?
Because of Walter.
Okay. Oh, the moose hat. You know, it's amazing how never give up on yourself. You know, you look around a room like this, and when I'm in a craft shows, you think everybody's got their shit in order. And you realize that everybody has a story, that the outside of our perception is not what's necessarily happening on the inside. And I feel it's the yarn that actually brings us together to have commonality. Because as much as the internet is bringing us together, it's also tearing us apart on a community level of actual real life interaction. And I think that's one thing that I take back from these Crochet Cruises, is that I don't have this for you, but it is amazing to be surrounded by love. Yes. Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing.
Not Nancy.
You don't know Nancy Kathy. She's got two names with me because she looks like a Nancy to me, and every time just comes out of my mouth, Nancy. I'm not Nancy. So after 2 cruises with us, she finally gave up on me and said, just put the friggin' Nancy on my badge and we'll be all good. So if I'm looking at her for a long time, I get it right, and if on the spur of the moment, she's always my Nancy. So she's my Nancy Kathy.
I wanted to share with you that I was supposed to be on the cruises in the Caribbean earlier this year. I got very, very sick and had to cancel. I was scheduled to go on the Hawaiian one, but I couldn't wait that long. So I took my chances and found out that I could get on this one, and I am so glad. I am so glad. I've met so many new friends, a special one, Susie. We have spent a lot of time together. We have had such a good time this week. And I have appreciated all of you. Thank you so much for making this such an amazing time. Thank you.
Oh, no, thank you for coming.
Hi, I'm Beverly. Last year in August, I found out I had kidney cancer. And I had surgery and then they removed my whole kidney. And then in March of this year, I had a tumor on the other kidney. So they did what they call a cryoablation, where they freeze it because they don't want to do surgery when you only get one. So it was really rough time. I was really sick. I had lost so much weight. And some days I just couldn't get out of bed. And without my sister, family, I'm just so scared. But I'm fine now. I had stage 3 cancer, but it wasn't connected to anything except the adrenal gland. So I didn't have to have chemo. I'm always scared because now I only have less than 1 kidney. So thanks. You all are so great. I just love you all. So thank you.
Yeah, I'm Carla. I just wanted to say that all of you have been such an inspiration to me. Everything you've gone through this past year to get here. I'm going to carry all of you back with me. My best friend and the woman I'm here with moved to Houston a little over a year ago, and I've kind of been hiding in my own little house and not doing as much as I would have done because she's been the person who's inspired me and encouraged me to get out of the house and do things. And she's the reason why I'm here today, because she encouraged me. She texted me and said, let's go on this cruise. And within hours, we had it booked with Sherry. And because of her, I I left a package in Juneau and I went off the ship by myself out to Juneau to find my package. But I've made so many friends, and it's my book that's going around. I'm trying to get emails and addresses because I'd like to keep you as my community from Florida. I now have friends, more friends in Texas and friends all over the country. I have friends in Canada now.
Yes, you do.
So thank you for being a part of my life for the last 7 days.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, confessional, just between us.
Just between us.
Yes.
I didn't know a soul when I came on this cruise, and people at home were saying, well, who are you rooming with? I've lived alone since 1990. I'm not rooming with anybody. Let me tell you something. This is my first cruise. I hope it's not my last. And I got lots of people I can room with now. And I met somebody from Richmond, Virginia, which is where I'm from. We met on this cruise, and it's really cool. And it's all because of you guys. Thank you, Michael, but I just love y'all.
Thank you for coming.
You're just a wonderful person, and keep spreading those wings.
Well, we always try. It's all about the community, right?
I not speak English, I speak Spanish. A ver si ustedes me entienden todo lo que les voy a decir. Ustedes hablan y yo, ¿what? La amiga dice, espera. ¿What? Ha sido para mí en especial difícil por el idioma.
She said for her it's too difficult for the different language.
Tenemos 3 años de haber planeado este viaje.
We have about 3 years to planning to be in a Crochet Cruise.
Blanca y yo tenemos cáncer.
Me and her, we are cancer survivors from Mama.
Cuando lo planeamos, yo estaba recién de cáncer. No estaba segura poder venir.
When we planned, she's just diagnosed with the breast cancer, and she doesn't know if she will come to here.
Ha sido muy bonito, la gente ha sido muy linda. Mike, anda,
She said the people is very kind. It's a wonderful trip, and Mike is a wonderful guy.
Ay, les doy gracias a mis amigas, a todas ellas, porque ellas sí hablan inglés y han tenido calma para poder explicarme qué que ustedes dicen.
She said we thankful for us because we have a little more English, not a little more, and we have patience with her to translate that you said.
¡Viva México! Y los esperamos allá.
Hola.